Hi Taurus. So we're gonna draw some general energies for you for the month of February. Being a little quiet now because there are people home. I don't want to bother anybody. Okay, this is a love reading. So these energies are coming up that are seemingly not very love related, but I'll try to tie them in. We have the Seven of Pentacles. This is about what you're building, and it's kind of like the middle of the harvest season, or no, it's like the middle of the entire process of growing crops. So you plant them, and you've done that already. You've planted those seeds, but this isn't the point where you can harvest quite yet. You're kind of like in the monotony of nurturing these things every day, and maybe monotony is good. It might be a little boring for some of you, but for some of you it might be like, oh my god, I finally get a break. I can just sow the seeds of, my labor you can reap what you sow basically in a couple months, maybe. Pentacles are really slow. Then we have the Two of Wands. This is like, I feel like you actually just got done kind of planting all these seeds. So, I mean, this is like very much an energy of what's going on right now. We're leaving Capricorn season, so you've done all this work, you've laid all this foundation, and now you just get to kind of like see where it's gonna go. And the Two of Wands is about, being able to look forward and make sometimes a choice. Twos are sometimes a choice. It's maybe being able to anticipate something, look forward to something, literally like be excited about something or plan. And Temperance is transmutation. So you're taking these old experiences that you've had that maybe haven't been so positive, and healing. So it's not shadow work, it's like healing on a conscious level. And I just want to say healing for that, but it's also Sagittarius energy, so you might be dealing with a Sagittarius. That's interesting, a Taurus and a Sagittarius. But it doesn't have to be true for all of you. It is just a general reading. So those are the energies that we're kind of working with, but I'll tie those back in as we do more cards, because it's a very calm energy, very calm, and it's content is the best word I want to use, which is good for you, Taurus. That's really good. It might be a little boring, it might be a little like you're not to this place where you're like receiving all of these blessings, but you're like, that they're coming basically, and so you're just like in preparation mode kind of thing. So I want to say it's like the first few days or the last few days before you go on a vacation. Like, something good is about to happen and you've like packed your bags and everything, but you're just like kind of waiting because you're excited that that you get to go do something fun. So that's the energy here. You're completing a cycle with the world. This is the completion of a cycle. Healing, endings, wrapping things up. Six of Swords, moving away from something. So literally you might be traveling, like I just said, especially with the Sagittarius energy here with Temperance. That's a traveling energy, so some of you literally might be going on vacation. And High Priestess is about your intuition, so, and subconscious, and bridges between the subconscious and the superconscious, or the subconscious and the conscious. So there's an energy coming through of subconsciously you're still really hurt about something with the Three of Swords here. This is like heartbreak. Cutting something off. Maybe you know you need to cut this off. You know that you don't need this in your life anymore, but you still don't really want to, and you've already done it. I see that you've already cut it off, but maybe you didn't want to, or maybe you're still dealing with trauma from it. We have the Queen of Pentacles here. This is you. This is your energy. And then I want to get clarity on this Page of Swords, because this might also be you if you have air signs in your major. Okay, no, this is another person, but for some of you it might be internal. As above, so below. But you can do with that what you will. We have someone who, oh my god, everybody's dealing with a shitty ex right now. What the hell? Everybody is. I think this person's in your past. I think that you've moved away from them. But it might still be hurting you. The Page of Swords clarified by Five of Pentacles. That is really, I mean, in relationships, that's like such a shitty energy. This person might have broken up with you and really hurt you. And you may have responded in a way that you're not happy about. There's a couple different energies that I'm picking up on. For some of you, you responded in a way that you didn't like because you were mad that you were broken up with. I mean, everybody's gonna be mad about that. I don't know what your situation is. I'm not saying that you don't deserve to feel angry about it, but maybe you just responded like an asshole and like kind of immature, because maybe they were being an asshole, but you're like, I'm better than that, I shouldn't have said those things. Or for some of you, you walked away that you really didn't want to, but you just felt like it was out of your control. Maybe there were some control issues in this relationship. This person could be very controlling or manipulative. The Hangman is like not being able to do something, being trapped. So like you kind of get this, or maybe you were enlightened into this perspective where you realize that they're treating you like shit and treating you really badly. But I think for a lot of you, like, you hated being bound, and Taurus really doesn't tend to mind. They're super possessive, which is not a bad thing. I don't think that like wanting your partner to be either like monogamous with you or to maintain a relationship with your partner can be negative, but possession as in like I own you, I control you, I whatever, everybody's different, but those things are not healthy for anyone. And so like maybe that was, you like took it to a point where you were being too possessive. I think for some of you it was you, and you messed up, and then they broke up with you and walked away, and then you realized what you did wrong. For some of you it was the opposite, basically. If they have Earth in their chart, I want to say it was the opposite. So we have some pretty negative, annoying energies going through for you. It's like, I think some of you at first were like really happy about this breakup, and you're like, oh, wish come true. So fucking happy that this happened. So glad to be out of this. And then you kind of cycle into this like, oh, I don't know if I can let this go. I have a lot of anxiety about this. This is, I mean, there's a bull in this card. Being trapped and not having anywhere to turn, and being trapped in your mind and your thoughts. Swords are the thoughts. So it's talking about being trapped in your thoughts and in your reality, like the way that you're seeing it. And Wheel of Fortune might suggest that you're kind of going back and forth between this like, oh, I'm so glad that we broke up, and like I have no idea how to deal with the fact that we broke up. And the Knight of Pentacles maybe you went back. This might be about a new beginning. Like, you might go back and hook up with this person and just be like, Ace of Wands is the dick card, so you're like, maybe do I go back and just like try to fix this? Or maybe you're taking whatever you can get because you miss this person, or for them too. Two of Swords and Three of Cups. Two of Swords is difficult choice, but one that you know that you have to make, and one that you might even know the answer to, but you don't want to make that choice. So is this choice cutting them off, or is it? It's like you come back into this relationship, right, with this person, and or maybe even with another person, but you're just like following similar energies based on that old relationship. Three of Cups is not taking the relationship super seriously. It's like, oh, I have fun with you, especially with the Ace of Wands. It's might be a reluctance to take it seriously because the last relationship went so badly and you're kind of sensitive. And if you check out this card here, she's covering her cup. She's like, I'm not letting you in. And I think you might be doing that right now. Taurus can be possessive over their emotions and kind of guarded, like super guarded actually, just like all the earth signs can be. An Empress, and again, here we go. This came out reversed. I don't usually read reversals, but I'll just read the energy based on context. But this came out reversed, and that really struck me. You've got the Bull here. More affirmations that this reading is for you. Yep, we've got, this was on the ground. I don't know when that came out, but I just noticed it. So Empress here, that's you. That's Taurus energy, being guarded. It's creating conflict in your new relationships or your old one. So you've returned to this old relationship or entered a new one carrying a super guarded or trust issues kind of understanding. Like, it's like you come into it and you're not healthy about the way that you're looking at the relationship, whether it's based on like these justifications that like, oh, this person cheated on me. Is it healthy to have trust issues? Like, whether you love them or not, shouldn't you just go? Because, and it's easier said than done. We can all sit here and say that, but when you're in that context, it's confusing. I totally get that. And it's stressful when you love somebody and you can't figure out how to make it healthy again. It's like putting together a jar that has been broken. You'll never get it whole again, kind of thing, which isn't always true. But faith. So we have 9th house, faith. The 9th house is Sagittarius again. So you could be dealing with a Sagittarius. And faith is, trust that it's going to go a certain way. Trust in your intuition. Faith is like basically trust that things are going the way that they're supposed to. And Sagittarius just came up again, so I see this is just clarification that there's Sagittarius energy. We've got Temperance. We have, I think, like more indicators in here about Sagittarius, and then these are both Sagittarius. So we have Sagittarius and Pisces energy here with the Hanged Man and the Moon. And Capricorn I use. So you might be seeing these patterns of abuse that are kind of like sticking out. It's whether it's you or the other person, you're like, they're coming to the surface for a reason so that you see them. And are you using your talents as a Taurus, your best attributes as a Taurus, in a positive way that's good for both of you, everybody involved? Let's look at some outcomes here. Queen of Swords. So cutting them off or cutting away shittier habits or thought forms. Page of Cups. I think for a lot of you, the dynamic is like, one of you is not putting up with the bullshit. One of you is way more mature than the other person in this situation. We have Three of Cups again. And one of you is just not taking it seriously at all. Like, not even a little. And then we have the same energies coming up again. So, yeah, one of you is like, I'm not putting up with your bullshit. It's almost like this is an energy of somebody who is like trying to keep you around just to have you there, but not really give you what you want, and you're not putting up with it anymore, or vice versa. Like, for some of you, it could be like you're kind of stringing somebody along. The Three of Pentacles is you're not even making good use of each other's like best qualities because you're just like in this toxic cycle. And Three of Cups, not taking it seriously. And here, Nine of Cups and 10 of Wands. You just want to let it go. And with the Five of Wands here, there's only going to be fighting, and an outcome is never good. I think that you need to let go of this connection. I hate getting these readings myself, but if you need the clarity right now that you need to let go of this connection, then here it is. I'll draw let's get some positivity up in here, because this is pretty sad that you need to let go of this. I think for a lot of you, you want to let go, but you're like hoping that it will go better. It's a blessing for you to get rid of this though, because I was going to ask what your blessings are, and the choice for you is the blessing. Cutting them off is the blessing. It will be this act of, you know, we have these like two swords, so even the King of Swords like belies a choice, you know. So for you, it is a good thing, and it is a beneficial thing, and it is a blessing for you to be able to cut them off. I think it makes you feel strong. And then as a blessing, divine wisdom, you'll understand once you complete this cycle. It's funny, we started out this reading with the World. Once you complete this cycle and heal, and this energy will come upon you that we talked about in the beginning, you'll see why all this happened. And I think that that's kind of amazing. It's frustrating, but you're gonna learn enough from this that like this will never happen again. This will never ever happen with any of your relationships again, if you cut it off now. And I hope that this is helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know if it resonated with you. I love hearing your stories. I put my email in the bio so that you guys can send me if you felt like any of this resonated and you want to share, but you don't want to share it publicly. I'm so happy to hear those every time. So just, you know, yeah. And I hope that you have a good rest of your month. I hope you have a good February, and whatever else is going on, I hope it goes really well. And thanks for watching.